Welcome to the Pacific Northwest. We're at Pacific Raceways in Kent, Washington for the 15th running of the Lucas Oil Northwest Nationals. And if you were with us last week, you know that we were not able to get the complete race in as rain rolled in on Sunday, and we got first round of Top Fuel and Funny Car and 6 of the 8 matchups in Pro Stock, but we're going to finish that off now. Mike Dunn, I'm Marty Reed. Glad you're with us for the next 60 minutes. We're going to recap what happened in those opening rounds, as well as show you what happened in second round on. And really, what's the mindset for all these teams, Mike?
Well, I think it's like Kenny Bernstein said. I was kind of in this situation back in '95, and when you get rained out on Sunday after running the first round, you're starting all over again, and everybody hates the first round because you don't know what the track's going to give you. You haven't had a lot of cars on the racetrack, so you're still always trying to get that baseline. You're a little bit cautious to make sure the car goes down the track. The problem is usually in the second round, you're running a little bit better quality car. You know, you're starting to get those matchups between the big hitters, so you don't want to back it down too much. So you're really walking a fine line, and boy, the nerves are just on end, and you go out there and you try to do the best job you can, but you know, sometimes you never know what's going to happen.
Time to find out. Let's go racing here at Pacific Raceways. ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports and the exclusive home of the National Hot Rod Association, presents the $50 million NHRA Powerade Drag Racing Series. Today from Pacific Raceways in Kent, Washington, it's the conclusion of the rain-delayed 15th running of the Lucas Oil NHRA Northwest Nationals, and the teams are back at work Monday morning. There is Darrell Russell's camp as they are in the second round action. Here are the matchups in Top Fuel. Arrow indicates who has the lane choice. Kenny Bernstein over Brady Calavola, Andrew Cowan, and there you see Russell and Dixon McLenathan. Big matchup there between Corey Mack and Larry Dixon. In Funny Car, Tony Pedregon, Dale Creasy, Dean Scusa, the John Force Killer over Cruz Pedregon as far as lane choice, Bazemore over Worsham, Sarver has the choice over Gary Densham. And then in Pro Stock, well, the arrow goes to Mark Wisnett over Larry Nance, Ron Krischer over Robert Patrick, and on the right side of the equation, it will be the choice going to Jim Yates and Greg Anderson over Jeg Coughlin. So as we get ready to go, there's Kenny Bernstein doing the final warm-up, hitting the throttle as we get ready for second round of Top Fuel. There's Tony Pedregon's camp. Stay with us. Second round action here at the Lucas Oil Northwest Nationals, and that is Rhonda Hartman, who knocked out Doug Kalitta in round number 1. She'll go up against Andrew Cowan. Cowan will be over in the right lane. He punched out David Grubnick. Take one more look at the ladder. You'll see that it is Cowan with the lane choice. Kenny Bernstein over Brady Calavola. Darrell Russell over Doug Herbert. And Larry Dixon, Corey Mack in that final matchup. Good crowd here on a Monday after all the rain on Sunday. About 50% of the fans took the day off. We won't tell on you. Well, you saw Rhonda go up in smoke, and Andrew runs a 4.67 at 319 miles an hour to take the win. And Mike Green has this New York Yankees top fueler running very well. Time now for Doug Herbert and Darrell Russell. There's Doug. Let's go back to Darrell Russell. Remember last week at Denver, the week prior? Well, he managed to pick up the win as he took out Corey McLenathan on the hole shot. 489 to a 487. And there is the Bill Stein engine flush machine backing its way up into the tracks and getting ready for this matchup. Let's go to the far end, catch up with Andrew Cowan, who just won.
This guy here, Posy Bear, is doing a real good job, and so is the team, and Mike Green, and I mean, it's just great. The thing out there and shook a little bit, but if we can do that 2 more times today, we should be looking pretty good. Thanks.
The reference to Fozzie Bear, of course. There he is on the side of the car. The 25th anniversary of the Muppets. Fozzie, the fastest bear you've ever seen, 319 miles an hour. Let's get ready now for Darrell Russell and Doug Herbert. Russell's already got the top bulb lit. Here comes the snap-on top fueler. Herbert had the reaction time by about 2/100ths, but it's Darrell Russell who takes the win light. 462, 308, and Wayne Dupuis has got this hot rod flying.
Well, this is a pretty good match race here, Marty. Darrell Russell was off the line a little bit slower, but look at that horsepower from Wayne Dupuis. Just fantastic. All of his 8 cylinders lit just till right before the finish. We had one go out.
Herbert ran a 471 at 307. There's Brady Calavoda. This is hometown turf for him. He's from Seattle, and while he backs up, gets ready for his matchup with Kenny Bernstein, let's check in with Darrell Russell.
This is like first round all over again. We didn't really know what it was going to do. Wayne's trying to play this thing really conservative, and it seems to be working out pretty well. But, you know, the Bilstein Engine Flush team is going to the next round, and that's what we're looking forward to right now.
You guys just starting to go rounds every race now. That's kind of cool.
It is. It makes me feel good as a driver. The whole team's working real well. Joe Amato and Marty Jacobian are also just having the time of their lives right now. But this is what it's all about.
And, of course, that familiar voice you're hearing at the far end is our own Bob Fry. Thanks for the help, Bob. There is Tim Richards. Big round here. Kenny Bernstein has been chomping away at Larry Dixon's points lead. He's got to get past Calavoda. Oh, Brady goes airborne. And Bernstein dodges a bullet because he smokes the tires. But wow, Brady Calavoda, and you can see on Calavoda's wheels there, he came down hard on that front suspension. Let's take another look.
Well, it's pretty amazing this car didn't go over. He had that thing way up in the air. What happened was he backpedaled. When he got back on it, you're going to see the clutch is still coming in right there. Very critical point, boy, and it just drove that car right up what we call the ring gear, which made it just go straight up in the air. Lucky break for Kenny Bernstein because he had spun the tires and his day was pretty much done. But Brady Calavoda, boy, he was on the ride of his life right there.
KB only ran a 560 at 249. Brady did his impersonation of Sky King, and luckily, he did not blow over. That's Larry Dixon, and that is Corey McClenathan. Let's go to the far end and check in with Bob Fry.
Drivers are forever telling me there is no such thing as an ugly win. We're about to find out if that's true.
That's an ugly win, but it's a win. We'll take it. Just a little too much. Went out there and shook. Actually, probably didn't have enough. Shook hard. I didn't catch it early enough, and then I had to just keep pedaling it and hanging on. I had no idea where he was, so I didn't have a choice.
Hey, I got to ask you, as the driver, you know instantly when that thing's smoking the tires. What are you thinking? What's going through your mind?
Trying to squeeze the throttle, trying to put it down easy, you know, not slam it back down. And I slammed it a couple of times there, and then I said, okay, take it easy, settle it down. And, you know, you reach over and grab the brake, and you do everything you can to kind of squeeze that thing down to make it go down the course. But it was lucky. We just got brake that time, real lucky.
During the course of the year, Mike, how many breaks do you think you need like that?
Oh, you need at least a half a dozen, I would say. And I always went back, I had to, a lot of races I won, I got at least one lucky break at each race.
Well, let's find out what happened to Brady Calavoda. Remember, he hasn't had a lot of seat time. It had to be a thrill ride.
Mike Cavalieri said before we went up, hey, be spectacular. We didn't want this to happen, but for Freddie's Club of Renton, Mac Tools, Lucas Oil, we gave it our best shot. It's too bad we couldn't just go A to B because the Bud King had troubles too, and I did all I could, probably a little too much. Maybe should have let it settle down some more and grab a handful of brake, but that's one of those things I'll learn as I go on here.
Well, and that's the thing, to gain experience, you have to learn from your mistakes, but Brady did a great job not to let that thing go over there, so I think that was a valuable lesson.
Big matchup here. Larry Dixon's already seen Kenny Bernstein advance. Corey McClenathan wants to advance his program. He's in the left lane, Dixon in the right lane. Oh, and Corey Mack goes red. Larry Dixon goes 458, 321. That is low for the round. So Dixon makes a statement right back to Bernstein and Tim Richards. Take another look.
Well, Corey McClenathan knew he had to pull one out of the hat here because Larry Dixon's been running good all day. And obviously that 458, he needed it, but the red light unfortunately lost the race.
Arrow indicates who has the lane choice. You can see the matchups. Let's go to the far end. Catch up with LD.
Oh, that was a nice run. Don't matter how you get the win light. You see guys go out there, smoke the tires, and Corey, man, I saw him go red, and I I've been there and I feel for the guy, you know, but we got the Miller Lite car. We're here to try to win the race, and that's the most important thing right now.
58's pretty stout.
58's nice. I like that. Thanks.
Brother, I had to take a shot, man.
Well, here's good reason why Larry Dixon has run back-to-back within the 1,000th, 4.586.
Yeah, but, you know, I hate to give one away. When you red light, you're basically taking yourself out of it. Had Larry went out there and smoked the tires, he wouldn't have had a shot to win that round.
Corey, I got to tell you, what are you feeling at this moment? From my point of view, that had to be your worst nightmare.
No, not at all, actually. We knew we had to take a shot. This car runs so darn good, and we had it tuned up and smoked tires anyway, so we weren't going anywhere to begin with.
Well, let's get ready for Funny Car because the second round is up next, and there is Dean Scusa. Back-to-back, he's owned John Force. Can he go to the finals? Back here at the Lucas Oil Northwest Nationals, round 14 of the NHRA Powerade Drag Racing Series. Arrow indicates who has the lane choice here in round 2 of Funny Car action. And the first pair that we're going to be matching up is going to be Cruz Pedregon up against Dean Scusa. And Scusa has gotten the instant reputation of being John Force's worst nightmare. Well, can he be a nightmare for the advanced auto parts machine of Cruz Pedregon? Was looking good to half track, and oh, it looks like Dean, after the finish line, did some engine damage. Dean runs 5 flat at 300, and there is some flames shooting out from underneath the Mopar Dodge, and he's trying to get it stopped, and there is the flames coming out of the header pipes. And let's take another look.
Well, Cruz Pedregon basically just drove it right out of the groove, got towards the center, had to lift. At that point, he knew his day was done. Dean Scusa, on the other hand, went 5 flat. Not quite as good as their first round, 496, but it's good enough for the win, and they're going to take it. Saw some engine damage at the other end. Looked like it might have just burned some pistons. I don't know if it kicked any rods out of it. Basically, you see a lot of oil come out the exhaust when you burn the pistons like that.
And back to Cruz as you look at Whit Basemore getting ready to do his burnout. That's what you were talking about all last weekend. You cannot drive towards that center line in that left lane.
Yeah, I mean, it's really critical at that point because you go from the concrete to the asphalt and gets the tires loose very easily.
There's Del Worsham. Remember at Denver, which would be almost 2 weeks ago now. Del Worsham punched out Tony Pedregon for the win, 516 to a 519. And it was just that close. Now with Bazemore trying to narrow the gap in the points chase, and with Del Worsham. Both of them in chase of John Force. Let's go to the far end, catch up with Dean Scusa. Bob?
Dean Scusa summed up his run in a word, ugly. And Dean, I got to tell you, I am the eternal optimist. You've run 5 flat and blown it up and lost before, so this ain't bad.
Yeah, it's never good. You know, I don't want to say I have a love affair with my parts, but I sure don't hate them. And anytime I see this, it's not good. But you're right, a round win's a round win. We need a lot of them.
And the average person looking at home may think this is devastating, but obviously teams at this level have more than enough parts to make it back to the next round.
Well, if they look at this and they say it's devastating, I don't call them average. Those are smart people in my book. Thanks.
He just wishes those smart people were paying for all those parts, that's for sure. Back to the starting line. There's Lee Beer closest to you, bringing Whit Bazemore to the line. Now remember, Worsham's already cut John Force's points lead down to 93, and Whit's under 200 points, and there's 20 more on the line right now. Tire smoke on both cars. And it's Bazemore that gets to the line first in a 5:10 to a 5:33. It's not going to be low for the round by a long shot. 265 is the mile an hour. Take another look.
Well, Del Worsham smokes the tires first. Does a good job to get out of it and get back on it, but wasn't enough. Whit Bazemore spun down track, did a great job keeping that thing straight and get the win.
And there's Gary Dencham. Came into this race second in the points. And in the far lane, it will be Bruce Sarver in the white cap Toyota. So the points are still in flux here. Whit Bazemore has taken another step at narrowing the gap. In fact, let's check in with him.
It may be a cliche when we talk about winning one round at a time, but Whit, if you guys want to get back in this thing, that round was big.
They're all big, but yeah, you're right. Worsham, you know, they're getting to be pretty big for a little team. I tell you what, having another car coming out, they're tough. They've been tough this year. Old Opie, man, he's good. He's good in the seat. critical for our Matco Tools team. If we wanted to win this race, obviously you got to win every round, but that one was big.
Well, I wonder if the nickname Opie that Whit laid on Dell is going to stick. I'm not even sure that he's aware of that yet, but I guarantee you by the end of next week, he'll be aware of it. Let's go check in with Opie. He's with Bob Fry.
Dell, you got to be figuring that maybe this is one you just let get away.
Yeah, no, we did. Need to get down the track. Didn't do the job today. We won most of our races by just having a car that goes down the track, and I don't know what happened out there, man. I worked it hard, and it just wouldn't catch him.
You guys smoked the tires early, and that, of course, is a lot more devastating than smoking them late like he did.
Sure. Yeah, no, it did. It rattled hard first, and I pedaled it once, I smoked again, pedaled a second time. Finally got hooked up, and I was reeling him in, but it was just too late.
Back to the starting line, Gary Dencham and Bruce Sarver. Dencham closest to you. Oh, this is a good one. And Sarver's going to take the win light, a 489. That is low for the round. 311 miles an hour to Dencham's 495 at 312. Let's take another look.
Well, this is a great side-by-side drag race. Bruce Sarver left out right where he was Friday afternoon when he was running during the daytime session with the cloud cover. Same conditions today. Alan Johnson tuned her up. He's running the same kind of numbers. He can win the race if he keeps doing that.
So John Force is down to one car. That is Tony Pedregon, and there is John watching his man back up. Let's go back to the far end. Check in with Bob.
Imagine saying silica and 489 in the same sentence.
Wow, that thing was really moving to a half track, the Whitecap Toyota Matco Tools car, but it didn't spin them as hard as it did before, so I don't run him for speed, but I'm out of gas.
Your car's just really running well. This is about as good as this car's run all year.
Yeah, it's getting more and more consistent. We can just get it from spinning the tires. Last 3 races have been doing it on the other end. This thing will be badass. Oh.
Now we'll find out. Tony Pedregon has a big chance here. He can move past Del Worsham in the points into third if he can win this round. He was only trailing after qualifying by 1 point, and Del is already down, and there is Animal, again, part of the 25-year anniversary campaign by the Muppets. And Dale Creasy, who has really been catching on with the fans. This is a guy who has made 10 straight races now and is advanced to the second round for the second time this year. Can he go to the semis? Not going to happen. Tony Pedregon moves into second place in the points, a 490 at 307. Dale has a 619 as he had to get out of it after having problems early in the run. Let's take another look.
Yeah, Dale Creasy's going to basically shake the tires, back pedals right there, picks the front end up, did a good job back pedaling, but he knew it was all done by then. That freight train of Tony Pedregon, that thing's been on a rail all week and made another great pass.
So Tony Pedregon has the lane choice over Dean Scusa, and it's Sarver with the lane choice over Bazemore.
4.90 for Tony Pedregon in the Castrol Syntec car, and a chance to slide back around that Del Worsham into third place.
Well, I think we've already gotten there. That's a big step for us, and you know, with John and Dencham, we got to carry a lot of sponsors: Castrol, Syntec, MacTool, and All Pro and Goodyear. And Dickie, again, just doing an outstanding job. Still miss medaling just because he's not here. It doesn't seem right, but going in the semifinals, and you can see the points chase. It's getting tighter and tighter, and we're still in it. That's a good thing.
Hey, you got the guy that beat the boss in the next round. You really want to knock him out, don't you?
Well, always for John, and I have my own personal reasons too, but we'll get him.
Would you care to share them with us?
I don't even know who it is, but I got something against all these guys.
It's Dean Scusa, Tony, and he's probably got something against him too. Hey, Pro Stock, the factory hot rods coming up next. Let's show you how the matchups are going to shake out in round 2 of Pro Stock action. Mark Wisden will have the lane choice, so will Ron Krischer on the left side of the equation. Jim Yates over J.R. Carr and Greg Anderson over Jake Hoffler here in round number 2. And here is Jim Yates and J.R. Carr. And it was Jim Yates taking the win line, the points leader, 680 at 201. J.R. Carr had all kinds of problems and crossed the line 8 seconds. Then it was Larry Nance and Mark Wisden. Real good close race, and it's a hole shot. Mark with a 6.859 to Larry's 6.852. And Wisden advances to the semifinals once again. Up next was Ron Krischer and Robert Patrick, the only Mustang in the field. He's not going to advance any further than this. Krischer runs a 680 at 2:01, had him by a car length, and Patrick is on the trailer. And that brought up Greg Anderson and Jag Coughlin. Jag gets a 4:39 light to Greg's 4:67. Pole shot time. Jag 6:81 at 2:01 to the quicker but losing 6:80 at 2:02 for Greg Anderson. That's big in the points. Let's talk to Jim Yates.
Well, I tell you, we needed a little help after what happened to us at Denver, but you know, the guys got this split fire Grand Am running pretty good today. The weather's great and it's not raining.
First pair of this round, is 80 going to be top or bottom when you look at the final 4 times?
I think the 80 is going to be the top time, but I hope we got the right digit in the thousands. There's going to be a couple 80s, I'm sorry to say.
Wow, I was really loose in the middle of the racetrack, so I was real close. Just wanted to get the wind light on. We just got a little aggressive there, I think. We got to get back to our game and try to make more conservative runs, so just a little loose.
We're thrilled to get by Greg. You know, he's been one of the hottest drivers on the scene right now, and this Team Jag's crew, we're not giving up, man. You know, we lost kind of lane choice today on kind of a weather technicality. Ran an 84 and was the strongest car yesterday, and you know, they come out this morning at 9:30 and run in the 70s. So you know, we're proud to sneak down that right lane, running 81 to his 80, and we'll take it. We'll go back and tune this baby up, and we're going to be a threat.
That's crushing. It hurts a lot. I really thought I could win this race. Apparently I blew it.
You got a great race coming. There are a lot of races left to go and everything, but you hate to let an 80 lie on the table.
I know it. It's all my fault. I screwed up.
And he'll be beating himself up all week long until he gets back to the track in Sonoma. Here's the way the arrow indicates that Ron Krischer is going to have the lane choice over Mark Wisnett in the 1 semifinal, and Jim Yates has the lane choice over Jag Coughlin. So at the Lucas Oil Northwest Nationals, well, it's time for us to take a commercial break. We come back, we'll go to semifinal action in the rain-delayed event. Back for the conclusion of the rain-delayed Lucas Oil Northwest Nationals with Mike Dunn and Bob Fry. I'm Marty Reed. Glad you're with us. And time for Andrew Cowan in the right lane. He's got the lane choice over Kenny Bernstein, and he's decided to stay in that right-hand side. And on the other side of the equation, it'll be Larry Dixon with the lane choice over Darrell Russell. And for Andrew Cowan, this team has really finally started to show some signs of life.
Well, yeah, they got to the final of St. Louis, did a great job. I mean, since Mike Green came there, the car's been very, very conservative. Before he got there, that team had not won a single round of racing all year.
That's right. It was Chicago before they ever made it to second round. Can they go to the semis again? Bernstein has some flashes of flame, but the car still gets down the track at a 460 at 314 just as the sun breaks out here in Seattle. Andrew runs a 463 at 318.
Well, Kenny Bernstein needed this win. You see the flash right before the end. It looks like it might have started pushing out the head gasket when you see the flame towards the front of that engine, but great job. He had 500s on the light and then still ran a 460 for a good win.
And there's a look at the damage. We'll get more on that in a moment. Let's check in first with these guys. There's Darrell Russell. And, of course, Larry Dixon. Bob Fry's at the far end.
500's advantage for you off the line. 460 on the racetrack and another final round.
Well, we appreciate all that for Budweiser, Lucas, and Mac. And obviously, we're just trying to win the race. We got some work to do. We did hurt it pretty bad that time. That's unusual for us. Timmy doesn't do that very often. Just one of those things that happens.
I'd like to ask you to confirm a rumor for us. We hear a big rumor around the pit area that you're rooting for Darrell Russell.
Just a teeny bit, huh? Not much, but a whole lot.
Well, the pressure is back on Larry Dixon, but he's run back-to-back 458s. Nobody's been close.
Yeah, he's got a great race car. He's got to have a lot of confidence. He's been doing a great job driving all year. I'm sure he's just going to go out there and cut his normal 470, 480 light, and hopefully let that 458 speak for itself and get another win.
But the sun has come out on the racetrack. Get ready. Almost dead even off the line. Oh, and Bilstein is going to get some free Budweiser. Look at Dick LaHaye. It is a 461 at 315 for Darrell to a 462 for Larry Dixon.
What a great side-by-side race. Darrell Russell actually had about 100th off the starting line, ran that 462 or 461 to beat Larry Dixon's 462. I'm sure Dick LaHaye probably was trying to run another 458, but it just didn't quite have it on this particular run.
So for 3 races in a row, Larry Dixon is not going to be in the final.
I tell you, Wayne told me, he says, we're going to step on this thing a little bit. We're not going to do too much. Just do your job on the tree, and everything's going to be fine. He was right. Bilstein Engine Flush, Matco Tools, American Racing Wheel, Valvoline, Keystone, we love you. Thanks for all your help. We're going to the final.
You know, it's really interesting. We asked Kenny Bernstein before that, and he confirmed the rumor that he was rooting for you.
I bet he is. I bet you we're going to have a bunch of hey, thanks, Larry. Thanks. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of Budweiser back at the pit, but we're going to do our job and win this race.
There's no gimmies out there. It's a good team over there, and you know, it just felt like the car spun the tires a little bit in the middle of the racetrack, and I think that's where we lost our, you know, those 58s. We sure could have used it that time, but they're a good team, and you know, we go to the semis week in, week out. We should be all right.
I mean, running a 62 here certainly has got to make everybody on the team, top to bottom, feel a lot better than the last 2 weeks.
No, not really. Not at all.
The only time you guys feel good is when you get that win light.
That's all. It's the only thing that matters, isn't it?
That's it. That's the name of the game. And who's going to win in Funny Car when we come back? Tony Pedregon, Dean Scusa, Whit Bazemore, Bruce Sarver. They all square off here at the Lucas Oil Northwest Nationals. Come on back. Back here at the Lucas Oil Northwest Nationals, Tony Pedregon has already moved into third in the championship points chase. If he can go to the finals, he can actually move into second. And he's got lane choice over Dean Scusa in one of our 2 semifinals. And then it'll be Whit Bazemore and Bruce Sarver, and Sarver has the lane choice in this one. And now it's time to put up or go home. And remember, Scusa has been taking care of business on the Force team. Not this time. Tony Pedregon runs a 491 at 303. Scusa slows to a 506 at 296.
Well, both cars are going to leave together, basically, both 490 reaction times. But I'll tell you, Tony Pedregon has been absolutely flawless all week long in this car. I mean, that car just is stuck right down there in the middle. See how well he keeps that thing in the groove. We've seen a lot of cars in that lane go over towards the center, but not Tony. He's got her stuck right in the middle where you need to be, and that's what you need to do to win on, well, I would say Sunday, but today's Monday.
Bruce Sarver coming up next, alongside of Whit Bazemore and the Matco Tool. Firebird. And Sarver's going to stay in the left lane, give Whit the right lane, and as they back up, let's go to the far end, talk to Tony.
Companies that make up this winning effort, Castrol, Ford, Syntec, but the people that we miss, I miss my family. I think about them a lot, Andrea, Ceci, Ari, and John Medlin. I wish he was here. But these guys, Dickie Venables got this car running awful strong, and it's getting down the track, and that gives me a lot of confidence. So, Dencham, Auto Club, I love you guys, but we're coming after you.
You historically don't do well when you're #1, but this weekend you've just been running on all 8 all weekend.
Yeah, well, it's just a matter of getting the right brakes, and, you know, we haven't really been relying on that. Dickie's just been making the right calls and been on the phone with Medlin, and like I said, the thing's just steady as can be, and Ford Mustang all the way down.
And, of course, John Medlin is due back when we take the track at Sonoma at Infineon Raceway. And they'll get ready for the next round as we go back to the starting line. And who will it be? Whit Bazemore or Bruce Sarver moving to the finals against Tony Pedregon? Bazemore's toast. And Sarver runs another 489. In fact, identical to his last round, 4.897 at 309. And this is huge in the points. Bazemore is out of here.
The team and everything's just gelling. Alan's got a handle on the tune-up. It's starting to run on the other end. I don't know what it ran for speed, but, you know, we got a good chance to win this one.
The sun's coming out a bit. Will that be a factor 75 minutes from now?
Alan will make it happen. It is going to be a factor, definitely, because when it changed, when we ran on Saturday, you know, we're just going to have to back it up. The sun comes up.
So it's time now for us to get ready for the factory hot rods of Pro Stock. There's Ron Krischer. He's one of the guys going to do combat. He'll be up against Mark Wisnet. It'll also be Jim Yates against Jeg Coughlin. Come on back with us. Ron Krischer and Mark Wisnet to decide. Is Krischer going to his 8th career final, or is Wisnet going to his 2nd? And after we get done with that one, Jim Yates and Jeg Coughlin will square off. And Ron Krischer choosing the left lane. In fact, that has been the lane of choice in Pro Stock. Very, very little success in the right lane so far today. And here we go. the stripe, it's going to be Mark Wisnett as he runs a 687 to Krischer's quicker but losing 683. He treated him by 5/100ths, Mike.
Boy, Ron Krischer's been doing this a lot this year, and that was not a good thing to happen in the semifinals.
Time now for Jake Coughlin and Jim Yates to square off. More on that one, but first let's go to the far end. Check in with Mark Wisnett with Bob Fry.
Mark Wisnett, you've already done one thing this weekend your dad never did, qualified #1. Now you get a chance for second, and that is win one of these races.
That's our goal today. Man, we fell off our pace a little bit. The track's been just throwing us curves, and you know, just tried to get out in front of, you know, Ron. He's been excellent. You know, we just had to get in front. You know, one thing I'd like to say, G-Force Transmissions have been with us, you know, since I started my truck, and Mike Long and those guys have done an excellent job, and we've had no breaking parts, and that's been great for us, and I'd like to thank them guys.
You were 500ths quicker off the starting line. That was the real difference. That's got to make the driver feel good.
That's what we had to do. We knew that Ron had a little advantage. The lanes were a little bit off. We thought we could get down our lane better than that, but I just knew I had to be on my game.
Back at the starting line, Jim Yates looking to go to his 54th career final. Jake Coughlin, his 36th. These guys have been down the track. Starting line advantage to Jake by 4/100ths. And another hole shot.
682 to his 681. Both of you 201.50. Excellent job.
You heard Jake Sr. take another look. You can see the advantage.
Well, that's a huge advantage, and Jake Coughlin's one of the best in the business. He is always quick on the light. Very seldom is he late. Always hits those shift points just right to get that car down the track as quick as it'll go, and he did just that to get the win.
So our points leader has yet to win a race. Jim Yates will go out of here with the points lead, but they're cutting into it. Bob Fry, it's all yours.
Jake, semifinal, almost an instant replay of that quarterfinal round. Your 82 beats his 81.
Well, you know, that's just the name of the game out here in Pro Stock. It's just it's a dogfight every round, and you know, we're fortunate to have this yellow and black car running well, and you know, it feels good to get out there and do your job. But you know, Mark Wisnett's doing a heck of a job in his freshman year here in Pro Stock, and we can't take him lightly. But you know, we're gonna just keep trying to keep this car humming along, and you know, we're singing down that right lane, which nobody else seems to do.
What kind of RTs are going to take to get off the line first in the final with him?
It's hard to say. You know, Mark's been running real well again, but you know, we're just gonna get up there and focus, do our own job. I'd say we'll both be 40 or better without a question, and you know, we're gonna run another low 80 to boot.
Well, don't go away. When we come back, we'll have all three professional category finals here at the Lucas Oil Northwest Nationals at Pacific Raceways. It should be good. Time for the Pro Stock final here at the rain-delayed Lucas Oil Northwest Nationals. That's Jake Coughlin, the 2000 champion. And it's going to be Mark Wisnett looking for his first ever Pro Stock win. Can he get it? Well, he's going to have to do it at the expense of Jake Coughlin, who is looking for his 25th career victory. And if he gets it, it would also be the 50th NHRA Wally that the Coughlin family has won. So tall order for Mark Wisnett, who lost his other final to Jake's brother Troy back at Topeka. Now, it's not all been easy for Jake. Remember, in qualifying, twice they broke transmissions.
Yeah, and that's got to be on his mind. They got to get out of that problem. Hopefully they got everything fixed and get that car down the racetrack to win this round.
At the starting line, Jake has already lit the top bulb, and Mark has lit his top bulb. Now, as we get ready to go here, we're going to have a staging duel. Nope, there's a blip of the bulb right there. And wait a minute. Wisnett never moves in, and Jake runs it through. And let's wait and see what is going to happen. There's Jake Sr., and he says timeout. Rick Stewart says he's going to call the tower, and let's listen in.
We're going to have to rerun that deal. I guess what happened is the left-hand lane bumped the staging light a couple times before he staged.
That's just not fair. That's just not even fair.
All right, you've heard what Rick is saying. Go back. There's one blip of the bulb in Jake's lane, and there's the second, and maybe the auto start kicked in.
Well, that's what it looks like. And the auto start is once the first car stages, the other car has 7 seconds to be able to pull in and put that light bulb on. Evidently, when Jake blinked that light, it started that 7-second timer. Then once he pulled in, Mark started to pull in, but only had 1 or 2 seconds before the light turned red.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Now let's listen in here. That's Jake Sr.
Cars do it all day long. He didn't
doesn't
do
matter.
anything.
He wasn't
He didn't do
staged.
anything wrong.
He wasn't
He didn't do anything. He did nothing.
was
This car did nothing wrong. What did he
Something
do?
else. I've been bit by the same thing, you know, with the tree and the auto start function. But you know, I guess we'll go back and get this baby ready one more time and get out and make it happen.
What do you think? You should have been counted out, or?
I'm not sure what happened, to be honest with you. We'll just have to, you know, it doesn't matter. So, you know, if that's the ruling that they're going to make, and we just put another hit on this thing, that's a kind of a shame for that aspect. But we'll come back and make it happen again.
Rerun, a rerun.
So that's the ruling. Listen in one more time there as we go back and watch the left lane. There it blipped, and there it is again.
Now, obviously, that started the auto start. Jaggy did exactly what he was supposed to do.
That's what we'll do.
No, sir.
All right, I think Senior was saying if you want us to run again, we'll run it right now, but Rick Stewart is saying no, you'll go back, service your car, so that means Funny Car will come to the line, and we'll get to Pro Stock eventually. So now for Funny Car, it's the second time that these two cars have met in the final, but it was Gary Scelzi back at Gainesville.
It's a much different team than we raced earlier in the year in Gainesville. Different driver, different car. So we're going to try to get close, if not run a little bit quicker than what they've been doing. I know I got to do my thing too, but we're looking for a tough race, and I know what I want the outcome to be.
Well, this is huge in the points because if Tony wins, he moves into second place ahead of Gary Densham, only 37 behind John Force. But he's got to get past that white cap Toyota. Sarver looking for his 3rd career win. Tony for his 16th. What do you think?
This was a great matchup on paper. 2 489s today by Bruce Sarver, a 490 and a 491 by Tony Pedregon. Both cars are in the lanes that they like, so this could be a great matchup.
Sun is out. Track is warmer than it was earlier. Oh, Sarver has problems, and there goes Tony into second place. And look at Dickie Venables being congratulated by the team. A 504 at 293, and John Medlin, your team did fine for you. There is John Force congratulating Dickie, and this is a compliment to the depth that Force team has.
Well, it looks like Bruce Sarver just broke something right at the end of the concrete there. Tony Pedregon, on the other hand, started to spin the tires very hard right down towards the end there, and that was probably a good break for him. Had Bruce Sarver not broke, I think it would have been a tough task to beat him.
And look at Tony. He is showing the signs of relief. There is Kenny Bernstein, Top Fuel getting ready to go. But first, we're going to go back and hear from Tony Pedregon, who's won his 16th Wally.
I was pretty excited. I used up all my energy in the car, and car got loose at half track, and I was going to let parts fly everywhere. I know I rely on Castrol Syntec to stay in the motor, keep this thing in one piece, and Ford Auto Club, AAA Southern California, MB&A, Goodyear, John Medlin, we do this because of you. We know you weren't here, but it's everything that you've done in the past. Dickie Venables did a tremendous job. Again, Andrea, I love you guys, my little baby Sess, Ari, and John Force Racing Team. We got a lot of depth, a very strong team, very resourceful, and all the sponsors, Ford Racing, we do it for you guys, we do it because of you. So what a day, Bob. Good job, guys.
And the celebration begins. Congratulations to Tony and the team. Time now for Top Fuel. Darrell Russell looking for his 5th career win, but more importantly, going back-to-back on the Western Swing.
We got to go up there and do what we know how to do. That's just to run this thing. Don't make any mistakes. That's the key right now. We can't go up there and afford to smoke the tires or do something like that. We need to go out there and try to get the car to run a little bit better than what it ran, and hopefully I can do my job on the tree and bring home a win for this Bilstein Engine Flush team.
We're kind of going what we did last year, it looks like, a little bit better at Denver than last year, and we were runner-up here last year and then won Sonoma. And I said going into this swing, if we could do all 3 of those, that would be great and stay about what we did last year. And we've actually, you know, maybe a little better, I hope.
Well, think about this. In the last 3 races, Bernstein can go out of here with no less than a 97-point margin between him and first place Larry Dixon. It was 259 3 races ago.
That's an amazing stat. You know, Kenny Bernstein and Tim Richards, they just keep doing what they have to do. Larry Dixon's been making a few mistakes, and they've been able to capitalize on that.
Bernstein with a victory could cut it to 77. It would be his 65th career win. We've already told you, Darrell's looking for career win number 5. Bernstein smokes the tires! And Russell's 2 for 2 on the Western swing. There's Wayne Dupuis. This guy has got that hot rod and this race team in a groove. 465, 308. Take another look.
Boy, they've got a handle on this race car. Wayne Dupuis knows how to put the car right down the racetrack. Darrell Russell's been doing his job every time on the tree, getting those great reaction times and able to get that car down to the other end. What a perfect team going for him right now.
2 for 2 on the swing.
2 in a row, back to back. Oh, Donna Amato told us she wanted a hat trick. Well, we're 2/3 of the way there. We got 1 more to go, but this is outstanding. I can't thank all of our sponsors enough. Bilstein Engine Flush, Matco Tools, American Racing Wheels, Keystone, and Valvoline. All the support. This is fantastic. We're just having the time of our lives right now.
I think Wayne Dupuis, when he told you you had to win it for the team in Denver, what kind of encouragement or words did he have for you before this final?
He just said, we're going to do our job. He said he didn't put any pressure on me this go around. He just said, we're going to go out there and win as a team, and that's exactly what we did.
Hey, they did a good job. They got it done, and good job. And, you know, we just overpowered it out there a little bit, you know, but for Budweiser, Lucas, Mac Tools, and all the guys that are with us and the team, they did a great job all weekend, and it just one of those things. That's racing.
These are about the weirdest weather conditions we've had, maybe the hottest this weekend. Was that a factor in the final?
Well, anytime that sun comes out wherever you are, especially on this track, but any track, when the sun comes out, it changes the racetrack and it becomes a little slicker. I mean, he ran 65 in the final, gives you an idea that it's not as good as it was, and we knew that, but, you know, we just gave her a little too much juice, a little too much Clydesdale in that tank.
Well, there's the celebration going on. There's Wayne Dupuis and Darrell showing him the wall. In fact, he's giving it to him, and he should. Hey, time now to go back and let's rerun the Pro Stock Final. Here's what happened. The tree, and look at Rick Stewart. He immediately was waving it off. Now, they said the auto start kicked in. There you see the blip when Jeggy rolled in. Now, let's talk to Jeff Foster. He is the head electronics specialist for NHRA, and let him explain how this whole thing works.
Well, in the professional categories, we use the auto start system. The auto start system has a timeout that when it sees 3 lights, 2 pre-stages and a stage, it starts the timer to activate the red light if the second car does not get in the time frame. Both pre-stage lights were on. The Jag Coughlin car rolled in, tripped the stage beam, it blinked on. At that time, the timer saw the light, so it started the 7-second time. The car rolled back out of the beam, and in about 2-second time frame, Jag then rolled back in and set himself in the stage. Mark was waiting to set himself in, and at that time, it just shortened out the timer from the time Jag actually had a solid stage until the timer hit the red, because the timer started at the point where Jag bumped the bulb the first time. So it did it 7 seconds, activated the Christmas tree, causing the red light in Mark's lane. Rick Stewart, the official starter, decided that it was not a fair start. The time frame was too short for Mark to set, so we have called it a re-race.
So that explains it as best as it can be done, and it's time to settle the score. Who's going to win, Jag or Mark? Coughlin, 4/100ths advantage off the line, and Wisnett slows. Career win number 25 for Jag and 50 for the Coughlin family. And Jag Coughlin wins in Seattle.
I tell you what, it's kind of been a wild, eventful day. There's no question, or weekend for that matter. Running around yesterday, we just want to get 4 in today, I guess is the way it's going to go. But you know, Lucas Oil, we can't thank them enough. What a great weekend here in Seattle, and you know, we finally broke the Seattle jinx and got another one in the record books for Team Jags. It's our 50th win, and you know, in this class in Pro Stock today, you just can't take anything lightly, and it's awesome.
That jinx that Jag referred to, Seattle, one of only 3 tracks he had never won at until today. Just enough time to thank Bob Fry and Mike Dunn. I'm Marty Reed. We're glad you joined us. Great outdoor games coming up next. And we'll remind you at 9 o'clock on ESPN2 for qualifying on Saturday. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com.